Katie Price's explosive TV documentary may have been called Nothing to Hide, but it appears she is now living in fear after husband Lee Andrews' sick boast that he has a sex tape featuring the star. To compound her agony, her ex-husband Alex Reid is now threatening to reveal all during a no-holds-barred live show in which he promises to lift the lid on life with the former glamour model. It has been claimed a voice recording of Lee trying to sell a sex tape prior to heading back to prison has been obtained. It has been reported that he backtracked on his words after learning selling such a video would be illegal and said he wasn't being serious. In response, Katie's representatives dismissed suggestions that any such tape existed. But it appears she still has big concerns, especially in light of Lee's reported money troubles, which are said to be over unpaid debts in Dubai. The businessman has allegedly been detained by the police force as he failed to pay back what he owes. He is thought to owe a car rental company 266,060 dirhams, around £55,000. Katie is totally humiliated by the fact people think she has done a sex tape and is denying it exists, a source told New Magazine. She doesn't want her kids or family to think she has. It's embarrassing and could affect her work. But the fact is, Lee can't be trusted. Everyone can see it but Katie. She feels embarrassed, but she's in love with him, and while no one else can understand why, she's smitten. Following the release of Katie's jaw-dropping four-parter for Sky, viewers were left convinced that there was little more to say about her troubled private life. Yet Lee's recent sex tape claims, coupled with the threat of Alex's impending audience with, are said to have spooked the beleaguered star. Drumming up publicity for his one-man show at Aldershot's 600-capacity Empire Banqueting Hall, Alex, who married Katie in Las Vegas in 2010, only to divorce 2 years later, said, "For years, I've stayed quiet while others told their versions. This evening isn't about settling scores, it's about hearing my story directly from me. If you've ever been curious about what really went on behind the scenes, this is your chance to hear it." News of Alex's show came shortly before a recording reportedly emerged of Lee bragging to a pal about an alleged sex tape featuring him and Katie. According to reports, Lee, who was recently banged up inside Dubai's notorious Al Awir jail for a second time on fraud allegations, said, "I need to get cash quickly. I've got some things to trade. I'm trying to sort out my OnlyFans. I could always release my sex tape with my wife, but it might go for a pretty penny. Yeah, there is a short one of that, but that's between you and me. So see if a newspaper will pay for that. $250,000 Kingquid." It was also claimed he had been touting it to various video companies, including the firm behind leaked tapes of Kim Kardashian and Pamela Anderson. Last week, an exasperated Katie, 48, denied that she and Lee, who she married in January, just 10 days after their first meeting, had ever filmed such a tape, saying the story had left her feeling upset, abused and humiliated. She later branded the situation ridiculous and overwhelming. Speaking with her sister, Sophie, on her podcast The Katie Price Show, she said, "Number 1, I've not done a sex tape with Lee. He has said it in a voice note which I sent to you, but he was joking in it." After Sophie branded Lee, 43, King out of order, and head, Katie admitted, "It's just so much, it's so overwhelming. It's just become one whole noise. I don't know what's going through his head. With so much to contend with, it's no wonder Katie is struggling." And last week our source said the prospect of Alex, 51, spilling the beans on their marriage and subsequent messy breakup is only adding to her woes. Earlier this month, the cage fighter and former Celebrity Big Brother winner took to Instagram to plug the show, which is set to take place on the 30th of August, and made it very clear that Katie would be part of the conversation. Speaking directly to the camera, Alex referenced his ex-wife's warts and all documentary, saying, "Katie recently said, I've got nothing to hide." Really? Well, there's more than a few questions I could probably ask. And despite claiming, this isn't actually about Katie, he added ominously, now, I will answer questions about Katie, of course. Nothing is off limits. According to a source, the fear of Alex letting rip is the last thing the star needs right now. It really doesn't help that her ex is now doing a show about her, said the source. He's planning to go in all guns blazing, so for Katie it's one thing after another. She's scared of what will come next. As news went to press, Katie was reportedly considering splitting with Lee after she was pictured without her wedding ring. Even his own family have now admitted they're shocked by his behavior. A statement posted online by one of Lee's school friends said his loved ones are finding the ordeal incredibly painful, adding, "The Lee we knew was never like this, which makes it even harder for us, as his sister and as a friend, to get our heads around everything that's come to light." In a bizarre twist, Lee's father, Peter, ended up in the same Dubai jail last week, also on fraud allegations, but has since been released. Last week a source said that while the evidence against Lee keeps adding up, Katie is torn as she still has deep feelings for the self-proclaimed businessman. She really doesn't want to end things with Lee, she's so scared of that, but his own family are disowning him now, said a source. Sadly, she's one of those people who has to have a man by her side.